Right? So we are going to use SOHCAHTOA to answer this question. Right? First thing, you identify your reference angle. Okay? You identify your reference angle is that angle there. That's your reference angle. Right? The side opposite the reference angle, that's your opposite side. The side opposite the right angle, that's the hypotenuse, which means the other side will be the adjacent side. Before you start using the trig ratios, you must determine your opposite side, your adjacent side, and your hypotenuse. It's not difficult. Okay? So here we want to calculate x. X is an angle. Okay? Now, based on the information, we are given the opposite side, we are given the adjacent side. So, which trig ratio can we use there? Okay, so we're going to use what? Alright? So, firstly, I'm going to write tan x is equal to opposite over adjacent. Okay? So, we have tan x equal to the opposite side is 3,6. The adjacent side is 6,4. We want x. X is an angle. So we have to use the calculator. So we take the tan to the right, we get x equal to tan of 3,6 over 6,4. Then you check out your calculator. Right? Check out your calculator. Then you say shift, then tan, put the fraction option. There is no need to get it to divide the 3,6 by the 6,4. There is no need for all that. You'll be wasting what? Time. So for 3,6, so 3,6 there divided by 6,4. And then you get that. Now, based on your curriculum, generally you are supposed to round off to 2 decimal places, unless otherwise it is stated in the question. So here we round off to 2 decimal places. So the answer will be 29, comma, we look at the third digit. If it's 5 or more, we add 1 to the second digit. So this will be 29,36 degrees. So x will be 29,36 degrees. Then you are done. Okay? And remember to mark your way so that you can see what went wrong when you wrote it, and you rectify those issues tomorrow. But then this one again, our right angle, so that's our hypotenuse. Then our reference angle is there, so that side there is going to be the opposite side. Obviously, DE is going to be the adjacent side. Okay, so here we are given the angle, we are given the opposite side, we don't know the hypotenuse. So, if you write your SOHCAHTOA, which ratio will be the appropriate one here? To do what? Sine. Because we know the opposite side. We don't have the adjacent side, so we can't use tan or cos. Let me sit straight and pay attention. And be in the lesson. Right? So SOHCAHTOA, right? We don't have the adjacent side, we don't have the adjacent side. So we can't use cos or tan. Okay? We have the opposite side. Okay? And our x is part of the hypotenuse. Therefore, we can use sine. So from here, right, sine 58 degrees is equal to the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So sine 58 is going to be the opposite side, which is 10,8, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 3x. Okay, our denominator there is a 1. Then we cross multiply. If we cross multiply, we'll get 3x times sine 58 degrees is equal to 10,8. Because 1 times 10,8 is going to be 10,8. Okay? Now the next thing is to isolate the term in x, which is this this 3x there. To isolate it, we have to divide both sides by sine 58 first. So our next step is to write 3x times sine 58 degrees over sine 58 degrees is equal to 10,8 divided by sine 58 degrees. Okay? But I could also, because here there is multiplication, is 3x times sine 58. It means I can take this 3 and multiply with the sine 58 and then divide both sides by 3 sine 58. But I'm not going to do that to avoid confusion. Okay, so I'll start by dividing by sine 58 first. So on the left, I'm going to be left with, so those two cancel. So I'm going to be left with 3x is equal to 10,8 divided by sine 58 degrees. Okay? So I can get the answer on the right hand side. Whatever answer I get on the right hand side, then I'll divide by 3. So I'll take out my calculator. Yes?
So why are we dividing by sine 58?
Because we want to isolate the term in x first. Okay? So we'll have 10,8 divided by sine 58. Okay, so you'll get that. That answer is in degrees. Since we have this 3 here, right? We have this 3. It means whatever answer we get on the right hand side, we divide it by what? By 3. So it means we have 3x over 3 is equal to whichever I got in there, that's 12,735, 12,735 dot dot. Don't clear your calculator. Then we'll divide this by what? By 3. So you get x equal to, then you just divide that answer by 3. And you get 4,25. So this will be 4,25. So that will be your answer there. Okay, please, that's not in degrees, by the way. It's in units. Because remember, your hypotenuse, it's a length. So this answer here, it's supposed to be units.
Yes.
No, even if you don't write, but don't put degrees because x is not an angle. Okay? X is not an angle. Yes.
So we only mark the ones that include units.
Okay, generally we won't penalize because there are no units in the question. So, but you can write x equals 4,25 units. Okay? We don't know what units they were talking about. They are not specified. So if you write units like that, it's fine. If you don't write, we won't penalize you. All right, let me move on quickly. I hope you are marking your way. But then this diagram now, you have to use trig ratios. If you see that you have got two sides and you can use the theorem of Pythagoras, then also use the what? The theorem of Pythagoras. Some of these questions can be done using the theorem of Pythagoras depending on the information that's provided. Okay? But otherwise, the main method is to use trigonometric ratios. Okay, so you can read the whole story there. So we want to get tan theta. So you go to where theta is. Theta is there. Right? Already we know that KLM it's a right angle triangle because it's indicated here. So it means KM is going to be the opposite side. Obviously, the side opposite the right angle will be the hypotenuse and the other side will be the adjacent. Right? Then let's do the triangle with beta. So we have got our beta here, which means this side will be the opposite side. That's the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. Then it means this will be the adjacent side. Are you following that?
Yes, sir.
Right? So let's find tan theta. So tan theta, we know that it's opposite over what? Adjacent. So with reference to theta, Km, which is x, because they say determine the ratio of. Okay? There are no values for the length. So our opposite side is x. It's only one mark. Our adjacent side is what? P. So that means x over what? P. Yeah. That's the answer. There are no values. Okay, so we've done that. Then B.
So for that, let's say for like writing x and km over rm, is that wrong?
Okay.
It's still the same.
Km over what?
Km over rm.
It is correct, but you should have also substituted
Oh,
the x and the p.
okay.
Right? It's one mark. So in that case now, it will require us as teachers to agree. But in future, put the angle which has been given using small letters.
Okay.
But you can write both. Km, you can write Km over Lm, then you say this is equal to x over what? P. Are you following that?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
You write what? Both of them. Here, okay, I think for me, let me just write both of them. Be on the safe side. So that will be Km over Lm. This is equal to x over what? P.
Also, say,
Right? Just to go on the safe side, write both of them. Because you don't know what to agree as teachers. So just write
so to be safe, just write both.
this is that.
No, like if the test is like,
Yes. Yes. But then tan beta, opposite over adjacent.
Y over
Our opposite side is mn
LM.
over our adjacent side, which is lm. What is mn? Y. What is lm? It's what? P. Okay? Are you following that? Then the next question now. Usually, these questions will have a connection because obviously 1.22 is related to this diagram. Okay? But it requires now to apply your knowledge of the question, your understanding of the question, and your knowledge probably of equations, algebraic expressions. So it says, hence prove that tan theta over tan beta is equal to x over y. Okay? Now, that's not complicated to do.
It is.
Okay? It's not complicated. It's so easy. So, to do 1.22, so 1.22, we need to prove that tan theta over tan beta, okay, is equal to x over y. Okay? So, what is tan theta? It's x over what? B. Alright?
Yes.
Now remember I told that sometimes in maths it's better if you have got a division sign to replace it by, so if you have a division line to replace it by a division line. Okay? So I'll write it divided by, what is tan beta? It's y over what? P. So this is going to be equal to x over p, then you convert the division sign to what? Multiplication. Now that comes from algebraic expressions. It's not trig. It comes from algebraic expressions. Okay? And it's also part of what you're supposed to know for your exam. You have to know that too. So this will be times p over y. Right? These two will cancel out and you end up having x over y. So it's indeed true that tan beta is equal to x over y.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, when you change the sign, you swap it.
Yes.
No.
Oh, you were taught that from grade 9.
When you change the sign, that.
Right? You were taught that in grade 9. Okay? This to that, and this to that. It's grade 9 work. It's not even grade 10, it's grade 9.
I thought it's grade 10.
No, it's not grade 10. Okay.
Easy baby.
Okay, 91.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Are you sure? Tomorrow if you see it, you'll be able to get things right.
Okay. No, there is no reason why you should not get the correct answers. Alright, let's get on. Stop the negativity, please. Alright, then, so I've done 1.21, I've done 1.22, now let's do 1.23. Then it says hence. What does the word hence mean when you say it?
Therefore.
Okay, it means like therefore. In maths, what does it really mean? Do you know that in maths, this word hence, it has got a meaning in terms of the question.
No, sir.
This word hence, it means using the information you got from the top. It means 1.23, 1.23 has got a connection with 1.2.1 or has got a connection with 1.22.
Yes. Refer to. So say this is refer to.
Yes.
Oh. Refer to
the top.
Question.
Either this one or that one.
Oh, now we know.
Okay?
Now we understand.
Now, when the word hence is put, it means you are being given a clue that this question here, you can answer using the information at the top. Okay? So it says hence, if Kn is equal to 6 units. Okay, so let's put the values. So Kn, so this is 6. Okay? And theta is 22,76. So this is 22,76. Then beta is 39,97. Find the length of Km, which is what? Which is x. So you find the length of Km to the nearest integer.
Yes.
Okay? Find the length of Km to the nearest what? Integer. Okay? Now, if we want to do that question, we have to use the information that has been given in the diagram. Okay? Now, Km is obviously x. Okay? We don't know. Okay? In this case, we don't know what is the length of Mn. And we cannot calculate it because we don't know what Lm is, what is L, and what is Ln. We don't know. Okay? Which means we have to use some information somehow which is given in the what? In the question. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that information is this. Remember I said this word hence tells you that some of the information in the previous questions you are supposed to what? To use. Okay? The question is not in isolation. It has got a connection with 1.21 or 1.22. Okay? Now remember, to use SOHCAHTOA, we need to be given either the opposite side or the adjacent side and an angle. But here it's not the case. Okay? We are only given the angle. But the two sides we don't have. X and P, we don't have. P and Y, we don't have. And we don't have the hypotenuse. So the only way to carry on is to get this ratio here. If we get the ratio of x over y, I think we can be able to what? To use that ratio. Hello? You following that?
Yes.
So tan theta over tan beta is equal to x over y. We are going to use that. Okay? Right? So what I'm going to use it to do? Well, we are going to use it to try and determine what x is and what y is. Do you know that, okay, if we know the value of x or the value of y, it means we can then use this 6 here to write either y in terms of x or x in terms of what? Of y. Okay, so it's 4 marks. So we'll say tan theta over tan beta will be equal to, right? So we'll say it's going to be equal to, this is going to be equal to tan 22.76 degrees over tan 39.97 degrees. So we take out your calculator, right? Take out your calculator, so that will be tan 22.76, right, divided by tan 39.97. Okay, no, okay, I need to put an equal, sorry, close the bracket. But your calculator is very clever. So this will be tan 22. Remember, a calculator gives you an input based on the output, so everything has to be correct. Okay, so let's put that, and then we do the same in the denominator, so that will be 39.97. Then we close the brackets, right? So that ratio is almost like 0.5. So the answer there is going to be 0.5. You can want to put the other 0, but it's what? It's 0.5. 0, right? So this, it therefore means that x over y is going to be equal to what? 0.5. Okay?
4 marks.
Wait, no, I'm not done. The denominator there is the 1, isn't it? In fact, okay, to make things easier, let's convert 0.5 to a half. It's much better that way. Then, if we want to know the relationship, we cross multiply, we will get 2x is equal to y. Okay? So if you cross multiply there, you will get 2x equal to what?
Y.
To y. Are you following that?
Yes.
Right? Now, I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Yes.
What am I trying to calculate? I need to calculate k what? Km, right? Which is what?
X.
X. So what that means is, I can say therefore 6, the total length is equal to x plus y. Am I right there?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now we are in algebra. Do you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, you need algebra in trig. Okay? If you know your algebra well, you are going to find your trigonometry easy too.
So how do you get it?
It's given in the question. Kn is 6. It's given here.
Oh.
And Kn is equal to x plus y. Do you see that?
Yes.
Do you all see it? Yes. Right? Then check this now. You might think, oh, but what is he gonna do? I'm smiling already. Okay? Already I'm smiling because everything I'm doing is on track. That's the beauty about maths. Okay? And I'm not guessing. Okay? And I'm not even using my brain too much. Because the information, everything I need is there. Okay? So, we know that 2x is equal to what?
Y.
To y. Right? So I can rewrite this equation in terms of x only or in terms of y only. But since I want to find Kn, okay? So I want to find Km, which is equal to x. I can replace this y here by 2x. And already I'm smiling. No pressure, no stress. Okay? No increase in heartbeat. Right? So, I can write this as 6 is equal to x plus 2x. And you get 6 equal to 3x. So, x will be 2. Therefore, Kn M
is equal to 2.
Km is equal to 2 units. And I'm done.
Smiling.
Yes, I'm smiling.
Just like
Okay? Moving on to a question which requires knowledge of special angles. Make sure you listen carefully as I go over this question. Because if you can do this question, tomorrow a question like this, you are going to see it easy. Now, you are most likely, in fact, you are most definitely to pass tomorrow's assignment. Because a question like this, we have almost 5 marks. If you can score those 5 marks, an assignment out of 50, you just need 15 out of 50 minimum to pass. Do you understand? Which means as soon as you get your question paper, you can start with a question like that and you've got your 5 marks. Yes.
Then you must go to other.
Yes, just get the other 10 and then more than 10, more than 20, more than 10.
it's okay. Now let's work.
Including your exam too. There will be a question like that. So already you should have 5 out of what? 100.
Now let's work.
Okay. So pay attention carefully. Your special angles. Sine 60 is equal to square root of 3 over 2. Okay? You put this in brackets.
And if you multiply,
Yeah, but there's multiplication there.
what if you indicate?
Wait. Cos 60.
It's 1
That's a half.
1 over 2.
Okay? Then we have another multiplication there. What is tan 30?
1 over 3.
One over square root.
It's 3.
It's 1 over square root of 3. Right? I want to warn you. Yeah. Don't write your answer as square root of 3 over 3.
Yes, it's
Pay attention. And sit nicely. So here, tan 30, it's 1 divided by square root of 3. Right? All over. Tan 45, it's 1. Sin 90, it's 1. Now guess what? 1 mark?
Say, what?
1 mark each.
Each sir.
Okay, so this is 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark.
That's only like 1 mark. 4 marks.
4 marks already in the
Remember, there are 6 marks.
4 marks.
So it's a harvest.
Just like the expired.
Yeah, it's a harvest.
So why are you giving us such easy marks?
It's a harvest. Okay,
Harvest.
let's get on. So the denominator is going to be what? 1.
1.
So you focus on the numerator. Since there's multiplication in the numerator, it will be square root of 3 times 1 times 1, you get square root of 3. Divided by 2 times 2, which is 4.
Square root of 3.
Times square root of 3. Then,
Over what times? Then over what?
what times what?
I said 4 times the square root of 3.
That's fine. Then this square root of 3 is that square root of 3. Right? So you have 1 in the numerator and 4 in the denominator.
Bang.
Which step?
The one with the 3 on the top.
Okay. Our denominator is made up of a product of 1s. What is 1 times 1?
1.
So forget about the denominator. Right? Focus on the what? Numerator. So numerator, you have got fractions, 3 fractions. And the 3 fractions are multiplying each other. Okay? So you multiply the numerators first. So square root of 3 times 1, you get square root of 3. 2 times 2, 4 times square root of 3. But because we have a monomial in the denominator which is square root of 3 and a monomial which is 4 square root of 3, it means that the square root of 3 in the numerator and the square root of 3 in the denominator can cancel out. They only cancel out because these two are multiplying each other. If there was a plus or a minus between them, they can't cancel out.
What happened to LCD, sir?
No. There is no need to find LCD because there is no addition or subtraction.
You only find it.
You only find the LCD if there is addition or subtraction of terms.
Oh, Mr. Chikwanda.
Here we have got multiplication.
Can you?
I'm going to go with this.
It's too correct.
It's too correct.
It's correct.
So if you only write 4 is equal to 1, write
Yeah, it will be incorrect. Because the numerator, after cancelling out, square root of 3 divided by square root of 3 gives you 1. Right? So you left with 1 in the numerator and then a 4 in the
So your
denominator.
answer, you find your answer has
Is a quarter.
form of the ratio.
Yes, your answer, the answer is a quarter. This is the answer. It's a quarter.
So can I tell you?
Any question?
No, sir.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Wait, sir, wait.
Alright. I need to talk about the last one. Okay, we've got to be patient. Okay, let me try to move quickly. Alright. So 6.2.1, we have got half cos 2x. Half cos 2x equal to 1. Right? First thing here, check if there's a coefficient for cos. Your coefficient must be on the left hand side of cos. Okay? So your coefficient is this one. This 2x here, that 2x is not a coefficient, it's an angle. You don't touch it. You don't touch it. Okay? Don't do your own thing. You don't touch it. Leave it as it is. You focus on the coefficient of everything, which is a half. So first step, divide both sides by half. Okay? So this will be divided by the half. Divide that by the half. So you get cos 2x is equal to 1 divided by half will give you 2. Okay? Are you following that?
Yes, so you must take cos to the other
Right,
side.
now you take cos to the other side, you'll get cos 2x equal to arc cos of 2.
Yes.
Now, we have a problem. You cannot find arc cos of a number. Listen carefully. You cannot find arc cos of a number which is more than 1 or which is less than minus 1. It's not possible. So what this means here, we say therefore no solution.
For real?
Yes, no solution. You're supposed to see it on your calculator. No solution because arc cos of 2 is undefined.
How many marks is that in? Is that going to be in the science tomorrow?
It's 2 marks.
We'll be in the science tomorrow. When the marks will Oh my gosh, sir. Will that be the assignment tomorrow and where are the marks?
I'm not going over this for the sake of the assignment. You need to know going forward that if you put arc cos, arc sine of a number which is more than 1, you won't be able to get any angle. The calculator will not give you an angle.
Okay, so where are the marks going? Like, please put in the mark.
One of the marks is for the conclusion. So the other mark, it will be probably up to here.
So if you wrote x equals to then you put nothing, so that's wrong. You don't get a mark.
X equal to what?
Just put a blank.
Then you must provide a conclusion. But what was one supposed to do? You have to put a conclusion in. Is there a solution or not?
Say, what if you say there's no solution to it?
There's no solution to it. It's fine.
Give a reason. Oh,
So let's carry on. The time is good.
Okay?
it's
Alright. Then this one now. Okay, let me not touch that because it doesn't want to be touched. Okay, so 6.22. So we have cosec x plus 20 degrees is equal to 2. Right? Cosec is the reciprocal of which trigonometric ratio?
sine.
Sine. So you go to the third letter. That third letter there tells that it's the reciprocal of what?
C.
Of what? Of sine. Right? So you have to convert this and write it as 1 over sine of x plus 20 degrees. This is equal to what? To 2, then you put 1 over 1.
And then so you flip.
You flip, yes.
And then
So this becomes sine x plus 20 over 1 is equal to 2 over 1. So
I mean, 1 over
1 over 2.
Sorry.
So this will be 1 over what? 2. Are you following that?
Yes.
Then once we have got this, we take the sign to the what? To the right. So we end up having x plus 20 is equal to shift sine of a half, and that's equal to 30 degrees. So our x is going to be 10 degrees. Okay? Yeah. Trig equations are going to be very clear. You have to know how to solve trigonometric equations. You have to know how to solve trigonometric equations. Okay? You have to know how to solve the trigonometric equations.
Wait, so you want to put it?
Hey.